Hey, kids, and everybody else joining me this evening. Glad you're here. Been a long day. I've been getting the house cleaned up, and kind of final details. Got an appointment for the realtor to come over Wednesday at 5. So it's creeping up quickly. Not creeping, it's running at me. So we also started a new class today. It's a huge class, and so there might be some struggles in there. And it made me think that I've prayed for patience and I've prayed for strength. And I think this is what God has sent me, to help build my strength and help build my patience. So I'm pretty tired, and so I'm going to make this somewhat quick. But we're getting into chapter 8 in Matthew this evening. And it says, when Jesus came down from the mountainside, large crowds followed him. A man with leprosy came and knelt before him and said, Lord, if you're willing, can you make me clean? Or you can make me clean. Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. I am willing, he said. Be clean. Immediately he was cleansed of his leprosy. Then Jesus said to him, see that you don't tell anyone, but go show yourself to the priest and offer the gift Moses commanded as testimony to them. When Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him and asking for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home, paralyzed, suffering terribly. Jesus said to him, shall I come heal him? The centurion replied, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes. And that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those following him, truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. I say to you that many will come from the east and the west, and will take their places at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the subjects of the kingdom will be thrown outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said to the centurion, go, let it be done just as you believed it would. And his servant was healed at that moment. When Jesus came into Peter's house, he saw Peter's mother-in-law lying in bed with a fever. He touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she got up and began to wait on him. When evening came, many who were demon-possessed were brought to him, and he drove out the spirits with a word and healed all the sick. This was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. He took up our infirmities and bore our diseases. When Jesus saw the crowd around him, he gave orders to cross to the other side of the lake. Then a teacher of the law came to him and said, Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go. Jesus replied, Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. Another disciple said to him, Lord, first let me go and bury my father. But Jesus told him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their own dead. Then he got into the boat, and his disciples followed him. Suddenly a furious storm came up on the lake, so that the waves swept over the boat. But Jesus was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him, saying, Lord, save us. We're going to drown. He replied, You have little faith. Why are you so afraid? Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, What kind of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey him. When he arrived at the other side of the region in the Gadarenes, two demon-possessed men coming from the tombs met him. They were so violent that no one could pass that way. What do you want with us, Son of God? they shouted. "Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time?" Some distance from them, a large herd of pigs was feeding. The demons begged Jesus, "If you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs." He said to them, "Go." So they came out and went into the pigs, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and died in the water. Those tending the pigs ran off, went into the town and reported all of this, including what happened to the demon-possessed men. Then the whole town went out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they pleaded with him to leave their region. Okay, so I want to come back here to it's verse 17. This was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. He took our infirmities and bore our diseases. So I was actually watching a video earlier, and it was talking about, wow, I actually just turned pretty well right to it. It was actually talking about Isaiah 53. And I think that ties into it. Yeah, but he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. So, I think it was Pastor John MacArthur. He was talking to Ben Shapiro, actually, in the video. So, it was a very interesting video. And, but I guess he wrote a book based solely on Isaiah chapter 53. And he was describing how Isaiah is basically the center. It's what brings all of the Old Testament together. And possibly he was describing bringing the whole Bible together. There was something about the layout. Anyway, I'll have to go back and watch it, and I'll kind of fill you in on it. But anyway, so that's it for this evening. I love you all. I hope you have a great night, and a great day tomorrow. And just remember to honor and obey Jesus. And don't forget to say your prayers this evening. I don't know why I feel called to tell you that, but I think that Isaiah chapter 53, what I just read, by whose wounds we are healed. King James says, by his stripes we are healed. We need some prayers for our family, for our health. So it would be much appreciated if you're watching this. Anyway, thank you. I love you all. And until next time, good night.